What is up, guys, and welcome back to Easilife. And after a very long time, today we're going to be heading back into Snooker 19 on career mode. Man, it's a long time since we last made a video. Yep, so career mode it is, and it's the Indian Open, I believe. Last time I think we were playing the, what was it, the Shanghai Masters? That was some months ago. And this looks like a tough match up against Marco Fu, who... And this was made world number 55 apparently. So yeah, I mean a lot's happened since last video. I think well, we've had the Betfred World Snooker Championship. I'm pretty sure I haven't made a video since then. So let's talk a bit about that first. I mean it was a terrific event. I think 31 players took part. Hamilton withdrew, if I remember correctly, and Kyron Wilson got a bye to the next round, which you'd think he might have got a bit rustier after that, but no, not at all. He would go on to reach the final after that, where the Rocket would claim his 6th World Championship title to beating him 18-8 in the final, just avoiding a win, just missing a win with a session to spare. It was a terrific tournament. One of my favourite matches, if not my favourite match, was the semi-final between Sullivan and Selby. Sorry, I don't think you can see the scoreboard correctly. There we go. Just adjusting the camera slightly. Yeah, between Sullivan and Selby. I mean, that was a brilliant match. Right, I think Fu's a decent player, but yeah, Selby and Sullivan. I mean,
that's not worked out quite as you
it was
so this
best of 33, if I remember. First to 17, obviously, semi-final, and yeah, I mean. Pretty good stuff. Sullivan had a good first session, horrendous second session where he lost 6-2 effectively, and then third session I think it really went from bad to worse. Then the fourth session was brilliant. I loved the way he came back out of the mid-session interval. It was really just all-out attack. If ever there was a mode of all-out attack, I mean that was it. And Selby afterwards accused him of being disrespectful, which I thought was quite funny, but yeah. I'm sure Selby would have thought it was disrespectful when he won the title. And it was because of that he was in the Champion of Champions, was Ronnie O'Sullivan, that win at the World Championship, which, and the Champion of Champions is, well, it's been on this week. It's now Saturday at the time of my filming. So Judd Trump and Mark Allen are about to clash in a few hours' time, and yeah. Predictions? Well, they met in the semis last year, if I remember correctly, and they played a Saturday night match, and I believe Trump took a 3-0 lead, but Allen won the next 4, but Trump eventually won 6-4, something like that. Predictions? Well, having watched Allen the other day, I think he really is in with a chance. The way he beat O'Sullivan was, he played really well. But I still think Trump's going to win. I do think that Trump's the better player. I mean, he does generally... I mean, whilst I'm not a Judd Trump fan, I do think that he's going to beat Mark and set up another final against Neil Robertson, like a repeat of last year. And I mean, that match, in all honesty, was the best match of the season, in my opinion. Either that or the Selby O'Sullivan semi-final at the Betfred World Championship. The postponed one this year, so yeah, it's been a pretty good season of snooker. I mean, hopefully it gets better. I mean, a lot of tournaments look to be played at the Marshall Arena now. No international events so far this season. I don't think they've set any dates for them yet. I mean, they've pulled the World Grand Prix forward to this year in December, the last tournament of the year, even after the Scottish Open. So yeah, I think the next tournament's the Northern Ireland Open, but yeah.
That's a beauty.
Just wondering, have we played the English Open on this year? I think we have. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't think we played the English Open, because I think that would have meant a lot to me getting onto a tournament like the English Open, just because I'd view it as a big tournament now. I mean, it's a home nations event, so it just seems like a big tournament. That they've made it part of such a good series. Home nations. I mean, okay, they rushed the first 4 days, especially the Thursday, where they played 2 rounds in a single day. But it's just an overall good tournament. They're just 4 great tournaments. I mean, I suppose they're going to lose their identity slightly this season, all being played as Marshall Arena. Well, I don't know about the Welsh Open yet, so I don't think they've specified that. But certainly the Northern Ireland and Scottish Opens, they're going to be at Marshall now. So, yeah. I don't think Marshall Arena is a bad venue, but Ronnie O'Sullivan seems to hate it because he said he'd rather be at Crawley than Marshall. So he doesn't like Crawley. If you've heard of the things he'd said about that, yeah, they're not particularly pleasant. He's claimed in the past that it smells of urine and that he doesn't want to be in there. I feel he deliberately loses at the English Open. Obviously this year it was at Marshall, but which he claims he hates even more than Thingy. Champion of Champions, of course, is at Marshall this year. It was going to be anyway, even last November before we knew about the coronavirus. I think they'd planned to change it already. Or maybe even before November, I don't know. But, yeah, last year was the last time they were going to host it at Rico, which is a shame. Hopefully they move it back, although I don't think they do. They're going to move the UK Championship back to York, though, that's for a fact. I think Barry Hearn said that. They're just doing it this year. They've even got dates for the next 2 years. So, yeah, it sounds pretty good. The stuff that World Snooker have got ready. I mean, it's getting pretty interesting, snooker is at the moment. The Champion of Champions this week, I think it started off a very boring week, I'm not going to lie. Robertson and Ding was the first match I watched. It was, I thought I'd genuinely lost all my interest in the game of snooker. Them two were so boring. And Tuesday nights was much better. Gilbert and Judd. That was a pretty decent match. Wednesdays was fabulous, but I only watched that one for 8 frames. I only watched it to 5-3, but I do know that Selby won. I mean, I don't know how, but you half expect Selby to come back, but I kind of feel Kyron's got enough experience to stop him coming back. But I also feel at the same time that Kyron Wilson has what's the word? He's a very nervous player. He gets nervous very easily. I think that with Barry Hawkins as well. They crack up under pressure and play really badly sometimes. But I still don't know how you could squander a 4-0 lead, even if it is against Selby. And not someone of Kyron's calibre now. I mean, world number 6 or something, whatever he is. I mean, he has just reached the World Championship final. I mean, you think he's a good player. And don't doubt that he is. Maybe he just had a bad day, I don't know.
And he's going for it.
But he did beat Stephen Maguire on the same day, and I'm pretty sure that was a decent win, although I didn't watch that match either, so...
20.
What else? There was a few other good matches this week. Robertson and Selby last night was terrific. They had a really tense decider. Phil Yates and Stephen Hendry were commentating. That was quite entertaining. Yeah, but the highlight was Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Allen, I felt. I mean, they had a terrific match, 3-2 to O'Sullivan. He was cruising. I don't believe he actually lost, especially 6-3. I mean, 3-2. It didn't look like he was gonna get annihilated. But it happens sometimes in the game of snooker. You never know. It's a weird game, isn't it? Lots of things can happen. So yeah, that's Ronnie O'Sullivan's story at the Champion of Champions. Well, only part of it. You didn't see what happened in frame 9. If you didn't know what happened in frame 9, boy, that was worth watching. I mean, that was quite an exciting one. They had a Ronnie O'Sullivan and what's his name, Mark Allen had a bit of a heated battle, a bit like the Jamie Clark Anthony McGill incident at the World Championship. It was about the eye line. I think Ronnie O'Sullivan was accusing Mark Allen of being in his eye line, and then the referee Marcel, I think he was. He stepped in and just tried to split the argument up, but I think was pretty ineffective in doing so, unlike Jan Verhaas at the McGill-Clark incident. But that was a good match as well, McGill and Clark. I mean, I don't believe McGill came up from so far behind, and then he reached the semi-finals. In fact, after the first round, I looked at the draw and I thought Anthony McGill could go far here. And even his first round match, Jack Lazowski, I think he played, he's not a tough opponent, not by a long shot. I don't believe I just missed that. I do not believe I just missed that. Oh, I thought I'd fluked it then. I look at the table and I think maybe the green's alright, maybe the pink's alright, maybe he'll miss something, but unlikely. I think I just squandered an easy frame. The wrong side of the blue is in left side of the table rather than right. I mean, this is a tough pink, but it's not really about the position, sadly, so yeah. I mean, there's no way you can miss this. The only thing that can go wrong, I suppose, is a foul in off. Yeah, well, it was never going to mess that up. In 10 minutes pretty much on the dot, when he potted that black, it was 10 minutes on the dot, I think. That is a painful lead. That's a painful deficit. I mean, I've been talking so much about the World Championships and stuff that I've completely forgotten about what's actually been happening. I mean, that was a painful defeat, though. What I've just realised is that this match is a best of 7. I was under the impression that it was best of 9 for some reason, but it is best of 7. Maybe we could do it in this video, maybe not. I don't really know whether that would be possible, or not sure. We'll just see what happens. I mean, maybe if I lost 4-0 or something, it's going to be possible. But yeah, Indian Open. It's not a tournament I view as being one of the biggest events, but it's a tournament nonetheless, and pretty sure it's a ranking event, so any ranking event's got some significance and purpose to fight in. That was a pretty poor shot. I mean, I wouldn't say I've lost my Snooker 19 skill. I mean, I've only not played it since July. It's now November, so yeah, I suppose just over 3 months actually. I haven't played it for a long time. Right, I'm going to play a safety. I think having watched a bit of snooker, like the World Championship, I learnt my safety. It's all about getting the cue ball into the bulk area, not necessarily a snooker. So that was a half-decent safety. I mean, especially for one you could argue as my first real attempt to make a good safety. I mean, it's also about getting it tight to the bulk cushion, not just back to bulk. Finding the path to bulk is important, but once you can do that, finding the best, most horrible position to put your opponent into. That is the art of safety, I find. So I'm going to attempt another one here, another safety that is. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Sorry guys. Oh! I'm just going to play it like that. Yeah, I played just short of pace. Oh no, all that work for the black to go in off. Or the black to go in. That was such a beautiful safety otherwise. And that's what hurts. That's what pinches you about a shot like that. Not the fact that you missed it. Not the fact... Well, I didn't miss anything. I mean, not the fact that I couldn't play a red, but the fact that I completely screwed it up. I mean, it wasn't a good shot. I mean, not going to lie, but that was pretty poor. Hey, Marco Fu's not the world #1, but he's not an idiot. I mean, these two... And maybe a few years back. Oh, what have I pressed? Oh right! Oh my god! My hand just accidentally clicked on a button. I think my finger accidentally pressed the Y button, and I did not realise that that was possible up until that moment. I think. But yeah, I'm going to be taking this red up into the green pocket, because I feel it would be worthwhile.
He fancies this red.
I'm just gonna, yeah, change the angle slightly. Hopefully I don't live to regret that. That looks good. Yes.
Oh, that's a top shot.
Well worth it. Let's see where the cue ball's going to finish. I'm on the brown into the right centre, and it's actually a very nice angle to get back towards the reds. There we go. So yeah, I'm playing like the ace in the pack today, doing Ronnie O'Sullivan's skill justice. I mean, I really thought that Ronnie O'Sullivan had lost it, was about to retire and had lost all skill and was a very bad player up until recently. And that recently was the World Championship, really, when I think he disproved anyone who was thinking that by coming out there and winning it. I mean, it was a terrific win. I mean, not just the Kyron Wilson final, but everything. I mean, the Tepchire and New game in round 1 was absolutely fantastic. He polished him off in like an hour's 20 total. I mean, it was the shortest match at the Crucible. Even faster than Luo Hong Hao's, what's it called, whitewash last year against Sean the Magician Murphy. The virtuoso Luo Hong Hao, they called him, I think. And Magician Sean Murphy, when he whitewashed Luo in what was quite a horrific defeat. And that was about 1 hour 40, I think. And 10-0, that was a defeat. I mean, I remember it was They didn't broadcast all of the afternoon session.
Sink this into the left corner.
But the morning, Luo Hong Hao didn't have much a chance on the following day. He just, well, he was just hoping to come in and win as much as he could, really. But well, what was it? 9-0 behind. I mean, I think 9-0 behind. I've got to say, you're playing for pride, or just trying to keep your opponent off the table using dirty techniques like Mark Selby would, such as mental torture, like deliberately putting him in snookers. That's what Mark Selby does.
That's not the best split.
So yeah, another thing about the disrespectfulness, I think what's disrespectful, if anything, is Mark Selby, how he plays dirty against his opponents, like a really nasty game. And then he has the audacity to say that to about O'Sullivan in his post-match interview. I think that's just being a sore loser. I don't think that's got nothing to do with O'Sullivan's fault. I think what he actually felt deep down was he wanted to beat O'Sullivan because it was really, I'm not being offensive towards Kyron Wilson or anything, it was really the final. It was really, that semi-final match was really the final because it was really who was competing for the win. I mean, no offence to Kyron, but I didn't think he was ever going to win that tournament because he doesn't have the experience as a player.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
I mean, he's a good player, he's got the skill, but he's not got the experience, and I mean, without the experience, he can't really win big titles. I mean, he's won titles, I think it's 4 ranking titles now. I think the Championship League he won last week is ranking. So yeah, but nonetheless, I don't really know. He's a good player, but maybe not the best. I mean, world number 6, I think that did get him up the ranks when he won when he got to the, runner-up to the World Championship, but yeah. So, back to the game, I'm back on the table. And I'm going to attempt this long-range red. And that's a hot turn. Where's that black ball going? Beautiful. I'm on this black. Plum, as John Parrott would say. John Parrott will be back at the UK Championship, which is due to start in a few weeks. I believe they just made the draw for that. I think my favourite player, Ronnie O'Sullivan, is up against Leo Fernandez in the first round. Don't know who defending champion Ding Junhui is playing. I can't remember who he was playing, but I know for a fact O'Sullivan's playing Fernandez. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Brazil, is Leo Fernandez the Brazilian one? No, I don't think he is. Or is he? I'm not sure.
No doubt.
Oh, that was just a shot in the dark. That shot. I don't know why it didn't really pay off, but look, I might get lucky. Well, I haven't really left him anything easy. Well, I say that, but I've left him that red, which as the cue ball travelled further and further, became easy. Well, he didn't go for it. He didn't even, I don't know if he looked at it, but he didn't spend much time on it. I mean, sometimes the computer players, if you remember, spend like ages up on one shot. And it's quite frustrating. I mean, they probably just do it to frustrate the human player. Oh, please red, don't go in the way. Don't go... Oh, no, the red's in the way of the pocket for the black, isn't it? I can't knock that black in now, never mind. Oh, can I? No, there's no gap. There's a brown go. Yes, the brown goes. So I'm going to play this, and I'm going to play to deep screw it, I think. I'm just going to straight up play deep screw. 81% power, that is some power, I've got to say.
This is a half chance.
81 plus power, there we go, that's about 80%. Hopefully don't get snookered.
Top shot.
Yeah, there we go, I'm on the red that I want to be, so that's going to open up the black to the, certainly the left corner. I'm pretty sure it's open to the right corner. I doubt the yellow's in the way, but you never know, let's just have a look. Oh man, this is class act, this is slow but brilliant. There we go, the black does go to the left corner. Maybe that wasn't the most essential thing, maybe I didn't need to do that, but you know, I just felt, I just wanted to check, use the function. I suppose I tested that function out if I ever need to use it properly. Meanwhile, battery's down to about 50%, I'm pretty sure it was 100 when I started filming, because I just charged it for about an hour before I started filming. I mean, I was watching a bit of Mario Kart Wii off my new favourite well, almost my new favourite guy I haven't really mentioned before, TWD98, otherwise known as Troy. Brilliant guy at Mario Kart Wii. Yeah, since the last time you've seen me play Mario Kart Wii on that top 10 video, I've even got a new favourite character vehicle combo. That is Funky Kong, Bowser Bike, or Flame Runner if from NTSC regions. So yeah, I mean, and Daisy Mac Bikes, he's really good as well. I mean, it has a better drift. And what's the other one that really? What's the other? There we go. That's the other one I like. The Bullet Bike, Baby Luigi. Other people might argue Dry Bones Bullet Bike, but I just like Baby Luigi Bullet Bike. I just find it really good. I mean, I feel it's handcrafted for tracks like Mario Circuit 3, even Peach Gardens. Maybe not DK Mountain, because you can get knocked around easily on those tracks as well. And Rainbow Road is a disaster on. I mean, literally, that half-pipe section where you have to go on the half-pipe on Rainbow Road, you don't really want to be shocked or on small or on light vehicle. But other than that, that's probably my favourite, other than its major weaknesses with weight. Yeah, there's another one that I like, Toadette. Well, not necessarily the Toadette, but Toadette makes it more fun. In the Magic Cruiser, Toadette makes it more fun. The reason is because she has the off-road stat and maximum off-road stat for the lightweights, and the Magic Cruiser, if you didn't know it, has the highest off-road in the game. And literally so much so that you can drive on off-road some sections which don't have too heavy off-road and not get slowed down. I mean, sections of Waluigi Stadium you can just drive on simply. Literally the Banana Cup and Magic Cruiser are made for each other. Sherbetland and Shy Guy Beach, brilliant. Look, ice on Sherbetland and Magic Cruiser, brilliant. You got the water on Shy Guy Beach for 101 shortcuts. And then, what's the other track? Waluigi Stadium. You can cut across loads of dirt mud sections if you like. So it makes Mario Kart Wii a lot easier having such a vehicle. I mean, it's a vehicle that was a failed shot. It's a vehicle I'd argue is one of the best in the game. I mean, yeah. I've also discovered that I'm not the only one who thinks the Jet Setter, also the fastest vehicle in the game, is utter trash. As Troy, someone who I regard as an absolute expert at the game, also says it is a pile of trash, and it is the worst vehicle in the game. Even the Spear, its bike counterpart, is better, and I mean the Spear is a pile of rubbish. The Spear for an inside drift bike is horrendous. But sorry to all you snooker fans for drifting away to such a boring topic. Well, in your opinion, not in my opinion. Big fan of Mario Kart. Oh my god. That is why you don't go off topic. So yeah, right, back to the focus. Snooker 19. Snooker. Yeah, so brilliant. I think World Snooker have released a mobile app for snooker, Snooker Pro 2020 or something. No, that's another game. But some sort of pro snooker game, a bit like Snooker 19, but on mobiles, but the 2020 version. I don't think they did another Xbox version or whatever, or I don't think this is limited to Xbox. I think it might also be on Nintendo Switch. I don't know, but I'm playing it on Xbox, as you may have guessed by what I was saying. Yeah.
He's playing for the right.
I don't actually own a Nintendo Switch, so that's one reason I don't play on that. I don't think it's worth it either. I think most of the games on that console are literally just ports from Wii U games. Maybe it's connected with some other games, like maybe you get some other games on Nintendo Switch as well, non-Nintendo themed, but it's just a pretty stupid console. I mean, it's a shame because it's for such a console that's said to function so well and stuff. It's a shame that the games aren't original. Like that's probably one of the most upsetting things. I mean, it's like I feel with Mario Kart. Oh, sorry, snooker fans for talking about Mario Kart again. But this is my last point. It's a shame for games like Mario Kart 8. For games like Mario Kart 8, I felt like they deliberately made awful. I mean, I'm not having a dig at Mario Kart 8 or anything, but I just don't think. I just think it has a battle mode which is somewhat horrendous, and so I think maybe they made it horrendous deliberately just so that they could fix the problems in Mario Kart Tour.
Fabulous, absolutely.
Sorry, Mario Kart Tour, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yes,
well,
that's the one.
He lost the cue ball a touch.
Yeah, so...
Would have wanted that under better control, really.
Yeah, it's like creating a problem just so you can make money out of a solution or something. Or just so you have a solution.
This is a challenging shot along the cushion.
Yeah, it's basically like creating a problem for everyone, just so that you could sell them the solution at a really high cost. I don't know, something
Ronnie
stupid like
that. Tricky part along the cushion here.
I didn't expect him to go for that, but when he was going for it, I thought, right, he might go for this and he might get it, but still might not expect him to get it. Do I have an angle to get back to the green? Maybe this angle I could even take the green off the cushion. Well, no, but I'm on the green, but I don't really know that. I don't really think there's a way to get back to the brown, man. It feels like I always play this game. Literally, it's one of those games you feel like you've never stopped playing. Oh my god, that's why I've not lost much of my skill. I mean, I didn't have a lot of skill to lose other than those pretty good 90 breaks. What's my highest of the season? Was it a 95 did I make, or was it just a 90? I definitely made 190 against David Lilly, and I really felt, I remember that one because I really felt like I was going to do the century, and it was at the end of the video, the last frame, not the last frame of the match, I don't think, it was at the middle of the match. It was the last frame of the video though, I know for a fact. But just upsetting, I can't remember what tournament that was. It was such a long time ago. Was it one I had to qualify for? I don't know. Oh. Man, that was a long time ago. Oh my god. What is he on? He needs everything, doesn't he? He's 15 down with 18 on. Well, that will. I would laugh if he got this pink. Well, I wouldn't laugh. I'd be pretty frustrated if he got the pink. But I don't fancy myself to knock this in, but I'd like to be able to knock it in.
This is risky.
I'm going to give it a go, because, as Derek Trotter says, he who dares wins. So yeah, that's just a good old phrase from a classic Only Fools and Horses, if you've ever watched it. Don't know if you have. It is a classic, yeah, it's brilliant, but enough on Trotter.
This pot for Snooker.
Let's focus on... Oh, yes, I've done it. Oh no, where's the cue ball going?
Smooth as you like.
There we go, so...
And that shuts the door
just going to, yeah, there we go. Switch the light on because it's going dark outside. So, yeah, it's indeed. Man, it's dark out there. Well, it's not pitch black, but it's getting... It's pretty healthier just to have the lights on rather than dim light from the outside. I mean, I'm not saying that artificial light is healthy, I'm just saying that...
30.
Yeah.
And the frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Just saying that's healthy on your eyes.
The frame is his.
There we go.
Well, there's nothing between these two.
And now the frame is his, that is what old Founsey said. That's something good about Neil Founsey. Something good in Neil Robertson's interview last night after beating Selby. Neil Robertson said that, he goes, what did he say in post-match interview? He said that Neil Founsey has been saying that players should break off in a different way in a decider. And Neil Robertson goes, I ignored that. I ignored the demons of Neil Founsey. And I won. And then the presenter said, well, you can talk to the demon now. And yeah, I think they all found it quite funny. The demons and Neil Founsey. I mean, that was a bit savage, but nonetheless, it provided a good laugh. So I'm not going to complain about that one. Not at all. Neil Robertson's a good player as well. I mean, yeah. Can't remember his run at the World Championship. Was it the quarters? Yes. They had that They had that very recent meeting at the World Championships. Oh, that was when I thought Selby was a good player. That was when I liked Mark Selby. That's when I saw I liked Mark Selby, but now after that semi-finals, that was very ungraceful. I mean, you could at least just respect the fact that you've lost, but disrespectful. Hopefully we don't run into any Selbys, because we can't play attacking then without being grassed up to Barry Hearn. He pretty grassed Ronnie up to Barry Hearn. I mean, Barry Hearn probably just thought, well, it's Ronnie O'Sullivan. So, yeah. Oh, but I haven't left that red on for Fu.
At all. He'll be annoyed with that.
Oh, I thought he was going to pop that. I thought, I literally thought that, yeah. I literally thought I was in for a tough ride here. But I've got, be given another chance. I mean, what arena is this? I wonder what it is. It's probably, I was going to say it looked like something like Rico Arena, then I was thinking maybe Marshall Arena, because that's where they're playing all their tournaments at the moment. I was thinking maybe Ali Pali, but it's probably some location in India, because it is called the Indian Open after all. I mean, I wouldn't assume that it's somewhere outside of India, because there'd be a bit of an oddly named tournament otherwise, unless it was some sort of sponsor name, which I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's a ranking event. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty pathetic one as well. I think the final's something like best in 9 frames, so yeah, I mean, the best tournament, we all know what it is, the World Championship. I mean, I'd like to be able to look forward to the Coral Tour Championship, and I'd love to be able to look forward to the World Grand Prix and the Players Championship, but and maybe the Champion of Champions, if I didn't already say that. But I don't think I'm going to get, somehow I don't think I'm going to get in the world's top 32 on the 1 year list, top 16 on the 1 year list, top 8 on the 1 year list for the for the Coral Tour Championship, or nor do I think I'm going to win a decent enough title to get into the Champion of Champions. But nonetheless, I'm going to give it a go, and I play partially for fun, partially to win.
13.
I'm going to go for black, because I think it's on. Yes. I don't know why it asked me to nominate a colour. Oh right, I couldn't see the black full ball, because that red was somewhat covering it. I think that's end of break, though. Yeah.
This is not easy.
So rolling that up to the middle, but I don't think I got that.
He's missed the pot. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well, I've left a clear red into the right centre if nothing else, but I'm pretty sure something else is available. So I wouldn't count on anything at this stage.
1.
I feel very uncompetitive in this match. I've got to say, I don't really feel like I'm out here to win. I just feel like I'm out here to play and just reaccount myself. Just what's the word? Just get to grips, I suppose, with the game again, because I haven't played it for a few months. So I'm not really playing hardcore to win at the moment. I'm just playing for the fun of winning, for the fun of playing, I suppose you could argue, because sometimes, yeah.
14.
Also, just because I'm missing the game, I suppose, it's Snooker 19. I mean, it's a great game. I mean, nothing wrong with it, definitely not. And it's a classic. So, yeah.
27. 28.
Ooh.
33.
He is he on the black? Yes, I don't think he's on the black, I think that's end of... Oh, right. What am I talking about? I thought he was on a black. I thought he was on the colour. I wasn't concentrating, right. I was going to take that other red into the right corner, but that wouldn't have made any sense, because I wouldn't have been on the black. Well, I don't know about any other colour, but I think the best... I think when there's a ball like that, not important to take it just because it's easy, but more importantly, the reason to take it is to open the pocket up. I think that's what the pros would say, or I don't really know. Maybe they leave it there in case something goes wrong later in the break, or maybe they leave it there just to make the break, just because it's harder to control the cue ball. I think that's what some commentators say. It's hard to control the cue ball when the object ball's right next to the pocket. But yeah, the cue ball didn't look too great from where I'd left it, but I made the best of a bad situation. Now I had to. Well, I was going to go for that red, but I don't really feel I can get away from the pink, so we've taken this red and the black into the same pocket, if should I pot this red, obviously, which I have no doubt that I will. Well, a little bit of doubt in my mind, but yeah, why did I doubt myself? I mean, I just felt that sometimes you never know what could go on this game. As long as you're, you've got your head switched on, you should be alright. Oh no. I knew I wasn't going to play that shot right. I knew there was something more to it than just hitting the ball hard. I'm going to take this up into the green pocket. That is in. And I'm on the green into the same pocket. I've also got another choice.
16.
I've also got the choice. Oh, well, that's not easy either. The green's not easy now that I look at it, but
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
I don't want to play it at full pace. I just don't feel comfy. Oh no! I haven't left that on, have I? Well, I have into the left centre, but the left centre, that's still a very tough shot. Especially if the cue ball travels. That is one hell of a tough shot. I don't think the red goes into... Yeah, I was going to say I didn't think that red went into the yellow pocket, but clearly it did, because I didn't think he could get the cue ball past the blue or pink, or whatever it was that was blocking him. Well, that next red he's going to do well to be able to pot it in this visit to the table, so he's probably going to have to play it off the blue, or something good, yeah. That is a snooker.
15.
Right. Okay. Well, very likely. Very beautifully as well. And Neil Found's praising that beautiful shot. I mean, he's got every... He bloody well should. I mean, it was a cracker played. I mean, it's an insult not to... How did I miss that? Don't ask. And don't ask me how I bloody left that on and got a 2-1 deficit here. Oh, maybe if the cue ball had run a bit further, I was hoping it would have slipped past the pink and snookered through, but that wasn't going to happen. Hopefully he plays a really dumb shot. Oh, I thought he was going to play the yellow and go really far away from the yellow so he couldn't pot it for the next shot, but I don't need to worry about that because guess what? He has just dealt me a lifeline.
This should be fairly straightforward.
There we go. I think I just flicked off the blue because that was why I didn't... And maybe that was what I intended. I don't know if I flicked off the blue. And there's not really a way of replaying your shots so you can have a look what you did. I mean, if there was, I probably would have just looked at that again because I don't know if that was the way I intended to play it. I'm just interested to know. I mean, I suppose it's not the most important thing. But yeah, so this looks like the last frame of the video because obviously I haven't got enough time left to film on this camera. So yeah.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
Is that the end of the frame? Have I got a big enough advantage? No, I haven't got any advantage of anything. 1 point in arrears, so got to close them out first, and that is a miss. Well, not a foul and a miss kind of thing, but a missed pot.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 9. Well, he's going for the snooker.
Fu was going for the snooker, was he? I didn't really know what he could have snookered me behind, but if he wants to play dirty, fine. I'll get you in a snooker behind this black. That will be a really tough one to get out of, because I'll make sure it's as tight as I can make it, man. That was... Then again, how's the blue going to travel? Oh yes. Oh man, there we go. Told you I'd get a snooker behind the black. Maybe I went a bit too ambitious and said as tight as I can make it, but because that wasn't as tight as it could go, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it could have been tighter, but well, he's nonetheless, I got half a chance. I mean, it's not the best chance in the world, but there's no denying that. I mean, this is definitely missable. Of course it is, but I've got it.
Well, that's right out of the top drawer.
That's right out of the top drawer, according to David Hendon.
Fine.
I haven't heard him commentating this week. I don't think he has. It's been Hendry, Doherty, McManus, and Yates, and yeah.
11.
Yeah, Clive Everton hasn't been on. It's just been those four fellas: Stephen Hendry, Alan McManus, Phil Yates, and Ken Doherty, I think. It tends to be either one of Hendry and Doherty in the commentary box, as well as one of Phil Yates and McManus. No, there's been another one commentating, I know it. Well, maybe not then. Well, we can watch Marco Fu take his break, because we just will. Because yeah, this is the end of this part of, this is the end of this instalment, I suppose. So yeah. End of this instalment of the Career Mode series as Ronnie O'Sullivan in season 18-19. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please multi-scribe, multi-like. See you soon. I hope you have a great day. Bye!